This is a story bird entitled The Spell of Willow Hollow, written by Jennifer Hinkle, illustrated by Katie Betts Studio, and published on June 20th, 2017. When you hear this sound, it is time to turn the page. The Spell of Willow Hollow. At the conclusion of this reading, you, the student, should be able to discuss the importance of understanding homophone meanings within context. Homophone, witch, W-I-T-C-H. A woman thought to have magical powers. Homophone, witch, W-H-I-C-H. What one, or ones of a group. Johnny and Krista had been eating flies since they could remember. It had been a long ago that they were turned into frogs from the spell of Willow Hollow. It began when they had to find a cure for their mother. She was suffering from an illness that the doctors could not find a cure for. Johnny and Krista followed an old tale about a witch that could create a spell to cure illnesses. The witch lived in Willow Hollow, but where? Johnny and Krista were determined to find her. Many had warned them about an old wizard who would deceive them, but they set out on their journey anyway. Suddenly, the wizard appeared in a portal in the clouds and spoke. Witch! Just then another cloud rolled in with a woman wearing a crown. Witch! She shouted, with fear in her eyes. A swarm of bees surrounded her. Johnny and Krista were confused. Which path to take, or was the witch in the portal? Down came a bolt of lightning. The wizard in the clouds shouted, "You have 1 hour for my return." Then he was gone. The woman with the crown waved her sword, spun to the sky, and vanished. At this point, Krista was in tears. How will we ever get a cure if things continue this way? I did not understand what they wanted. Were they good or evil? Was this all a trick? Johnny spoke up. Let me use my phone to Google the question. Johnny exclaimed. Rats! I have no connection. We must be in a bad zone. And it is so cold out here. He sat down on a rock nearby to think. Just then a mystical creature appeared above Johnny. Good evening, it whispered to Johnny. I am Google. I live in the Willows. I thought I heard someone calling me. Which? Johnny mumbled with confusion. Google roared. I am most certainly not a witch. No, I did not call you that. Trees began to fall and the earth below their feet began to crack. Please stop, Krista shouted. He did not call you a witch. He was going to ask you which portal to choose when the wizard in the cloud returns. Google rolled his eyes and scampered into the willows. Suddenly, the woman in the clouds appeared again. Which path have you chosen? She bellowed down to Johnny and Krista. Now I understand what the wizard was asking us, Krista exclaimed. Can you help us decide? We are looking for the witch of Willow Hollow. Do you know which path leads to her? Shouted Johnny. The woman pointed up. Johnny and Krista leaped into the portal and found the spell book. But where was the witch? A voice echoed from the cloud. I am the one in which you are seeking. I am the witch of Willow Hollow. I have a cure for your mother, but you must pay for the price for the cure, Johnny exclaimed. We will do anything for our mother. The witch stated, everyone who comes to me with the request must become a creature of the willows. To save your mother's life, you must live as frogs for eternity. The only way the spell can be broken is if your mother kisses you on the cheek. Go, eat from the withering tree, count to 7. Then you shall be home with your mother, but only for a short while. The witch snapped her fingers. She was gone. Just then a small possum named Patchouli appeared with some flowers. Here, take this rose to your mother. The witch has placed a spell on it. Just one sniff, and she will be cured. Patchouli suggested, take and eat a cupcake, but do not eat the one that is cursed by the witch, or you may never reach your mother at all. Johnny turned and asked Krista, which one should I choose? The end. Use your knowledge. Do you think that it was a good choice for Johnny and Krista to get a cure from the witch, even if their mother would never get to have them as her children again? Why? The wizard used a homophone without a sentence. What is a way to find the context of a homophone if it is not used in a sentence? Can you create your own story where a misunderstanding could occur using another set of homophones?